Ripple CEO making a massive personal purchase, a $15 million villa in Dubai, has raised a lot of eyebrows lately. But what's even more interesting is what this could signal for the future of Ripple itself. Is Ripple really considering abandoning the United States and moving their operations to a more crypto-friendly country? This move could be game-changing, not just for Ripple as a company, but for XRP holders as well. In this video, we'll explore why Ripple might make this shift, what it means for the future of the token, and what XRP holders can expect as a result. Music. Let's start by examining the most obvious clue that suggests Ripple could be seriously considering leaving the US in 2025. Ripple has made some bold moves with its hiring strategy. 80% of their new hires are located outside of the US. Ripple has long been a company tied to the American market. But with the growing hostility between Ripple and the SEC, they are being forced to look beyond their borders. The crypto landscape in the US has become increasingly challenging for companies like Ripple. With regulatory uncertainty surrounding cryptocurrencies growing by the day, the legal challenges and the hostility from the SEC have left Ripple with few options if it wants to continue growing. Moving their operations outside the US might be the most practical option to ensure the company can continue expanding. Ripple's CEO, purchasing the villa in Dubai, doesn't just appear to be an extravagant personal purchase. It could be a strategic signal. Dubai has quickly become one of the most crypto-friendly locations in the world. With its progressive stance on blockchain technology and digital currencies, Ripple's growing relationship with the UAE and Dubai suggests that they are actively considering establishing a larger presence in the region. While it's still speculative, at this point, the United Arab Emirates' increasing role in the global crypto space could serve as a perfect landing spot for Ripple. Not only is the UAE becoming a hub for cryptocurrency adoption, but Dubai specifically has proven to be an attractive destination for blockchain companies due to its favorable regulatory environment. This could serve as a huge win for Ripple, offering a fresh start and honestly fewer regulatory hurdles compared to what they face in the United States. Music, however, let's be real here. This potential move could completely reshape the global cryptocurrency market. Ripple leaving the United States would signal a major shift in the crypto landscape, especially for the country. The United States has long been considered a leader in tech and finance. But if Ripple moves to Dubai, this could trigger a wave of other companies seeking similar environments in more crypto-friendly countries. The effect this could have on the global market would be significant, and the United States might find itself in a losing position playing catch-up as more countries embrace blockchain technology. So what would this mean for XRP's price? Let's break it down into two possible scenarios. The first being Ripple's legal battle with the SEC ending in a United States settlement. If Ripple and the SEC settle, this would clear the way for Ripple to operate more freely in the United States. With fewer regulatory concerns hanging over its head, it would create a more favorable environment for Ripple's core business model, including its on-demand liquidity service, which relies on fast, low-cost cross-border payments. As a result, we could see XRP's price rise to around $3. While this wouldn't be a massive moonshot, it would certainly mark an upward trend and provide Ripple with a stable foundation for growth within the United States. Music. The second scenario involves Ripple leaving the United States entirely and establishing operations in Dubai or, another crypto-friendly jurisdiction. If Ripple moves abroad, it would gain the freedom to operate on its own terms without being bogged down by a regulatory system that's proven to be pretty hostile. This could mean a rapid expansion of ODL adoption, which would position XRP as a key player in cross-border payments, not just in the United States, but honestly around the globe. This could drive the price of XRP to $10, or even higher. A move abroad would potentially eliminate the barriers Ripple faces in the United States, allowing for faster adoption of XRP by financial institutions, businesses, and even governments. Now let's talk about why this move to Dubai or other international markets could be such a huge win for Ripple and XRP holders. The main advantage Ripple would gain by moving abroad is freedom from the SEC's grip. For the last several years, Ripple has been fighting a seemingly endless legal battle with the SEC over whether XRP should be classified as a security. The uncertainty that this lawsuit has created has been a major drag on Ripple's ability to grow and innovate. But if Ripple moves to a jurisdiction like Dubai, they'll be free from the regulatory constraints that are constraints that are preventing them from expanding. This will allow Ripple to scale their business much faster than they could within the United States. creating an environment where, honestly, the demand for XRP could soar, with more institutions adopting Ripple's blockchain for cross-border payments. The demand for XRP would increase the more global institutions start using Ripple's network to send money. The more people will need to buy XRP as a bridge currency to facilitate those transactions. This increased demand would naturally drive the price of XRP higher. So, whether Ripple stays in the United States and settles with the SEC, or whether they move abroad, XRP holders are set to win either way. If Ripple stays, XRP will rise in value due to increased institutional adoption, but if Ripple moves abroad, the global freedom to operate could really unleash XRP's potential, maybe sending the price much higher. Let's shift gears a little and think about Ripple's potential impact on the broader crypto market. If Ripple leaves the United States, it would send a strong signal to the rest of the crypto industry. Other companies might follow Ripple's lead and look for more crypto-friendly jurisdictions to set up shop. This could lead to an exodus of crypto businesses from the United States, which would have, some serious consequences for the country's global influence in the emerging digital economy. The United States might find itself losing ground to countries like Dubai, which are actively fostering innovation and offering businesses the freedom to operate. The effects of this could ripple through the market in a huge way. As Ripple and other companies begin to establish themselves in more progressive countries, we could see a shift in the way blockchain technology is perceived on a global scale. Countries like the UAE are already positioning themselves as leaders in the crypto space. And, if more companies flock there, it could really accelerate the mainstream adoption of blockchain technology. This shift could open up new markets for crypto payments, tokenization, and digital asset management. So, in conclusion, whether Ripple decides to stay and fight the SEC or maybe relocate to a more crypto-friendly jurisdiction, it's honestly pretty clear that the company's future looks bright. XRP holders are kind of in a win-win situation. And we could see substantial growth in the price of XRP, no matter which direction Ripple goes. It's important to remember that Ripple has actually been quietly building strategic partnerships and expanding its network in the background. So even if the future is a bit uncertain, in some ways, Ripple is really positioning itself for long-term success. Now it's time to turn the conversation over to you. Should Ripple leave the United States, or should they stay and fight the SEC? We'd really love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know where you stand on this issue. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to stay up to date with all things XRP. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.